everybody, welcome back to What's New at Greenbelt Cinema. This is the July edition, and I'm back with Caitlin, and she's going to tell us all about what we can expect to see for the month of July.
Thanks, Sheila. Thanks for being with us.
So what's going on?
Well, we are starting off the month of July with our Schools Out series is continuing, and so the first thing we have coming up is Big Hero 6 on Thursdays.
Ooh.
Of course, Schools Out all summer long, every Thursday at 1 o'clock. So if you, in addition, are a kid at heart and you were off on the 4th of July, you should come and check it out. And if you want something a little bit more adult, our cult classic that night is Blazing Saddles. So,
oh, yes.
Yeah. Gotta love Gene Wilder. I mean, that I think spawned in our family. We would quote the where he's trying to catch the chicken. He's like, I don't want to hurt you. I just want to eat you. So, yeah.
Oh, I love him.
Yep. And then the next day, Friday, we are continuing Bike Riders and we are opening Robot Dreams. And
Great.
So, I am so excited for this film to come here. I saw it at the Toronto Film Festival and it was just one of my favorites. And I want to make sure everybody knows that it is not just for kids. It's animated, it's pretty much wordless, it has a soundtrack, but the characters don't really speak, they communicate, and it is just beautiful. It's about a dog living in the city it's based on a graphic novel, who is sad and lonely, and so he gets a robot and builds himself a friend, and then it's about their friendship, and I don't want to spoil it, but it's really, really great.
I'm so excited to see that one.
Yeah.
It looks so sweet.
It is. It's just, it's sweet and beautiful and touching and all these things that you just wouldn't think a basically silent film could be, but it was one of the highlights for me, so.
Excellent.
Everybody should check that out. And then on Sunday, we are at the farmer's market. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
cool.
On the 7th. And we like to support the market. We're usually there a couple times a year. And this time what we're doing is we just finished our membership campaign. But for those folks who maybe missed it and missed out on the perks that we were doing for 1 month only, on that day only, if you come down and sign up, then you'll get all those perks as well.
Ooh.
So yeah, so it's a good little chance if you missed us to come out and show your Greenbelt Cinema love and sign up or renew.
Definitely.
And on the 11th, of course, it's another Thursday, which means another Schools Out movie, and that day's movie is Kung Fu Panda.
Ooh, fun.
So if you want to get ready to see the new Kung Fu Panda and just remind yourself of where it all began with the Jack Black craziness, then this is your day.
First one's great.
Right? Oh. And then on a very different note, the next day, we hope to open Kinds of Kindness.
Ooh.
I know. I was just at a conference in Chicago and the distributor was giving away Kinds of Kindness key rings and car air fresheners.
Cool.
Yeah. So we hope to have at least a few of those to hand out.
For your Dodge Challenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So for folks that don't know, this is the new Yorgos Lanthimos movie. Emma Stone, of course. It just feels like, is she going to make all of his movies from now on?
I know. They're
she's in
a great
the next
pair.
one too. Yeah. But this one also has Jesse Plemons, and it's 3 films basically in one, and it's mostly the same actors repeat in each new story. So it's different. It's kind of returning to his earlier style. He's working with a screenwriter that he worked with in his earlier films. So yeah, people should definitely check it out. He's always, I think, entertaining, a delight, somewhat scandalous, fun.
So fun.
Irreverent. Yeah.
I hear it's very brutal, but very rewarding.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Right? That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Brutal and rewarding. Less brutal on the following Monday, you like my segue, is Story Time on Screen. So that's, once a month, and we love, especially in the summer months, having the kids come out, because after we do our welcoming songs and we read books and we watch a short movie, then we do bubbles and chalk in the center, and it's just so wonderful to then watch that chalk over the, coming days and weeks, live out there and remind us of all the fun we have, the little.
It's such good vibes to see it every time.
Yeah, the kids are right. They sometimes will draw portraits of people and rainbows and write their name, and it's
I'm always
really
very
nice.
amazed at what they do.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
And there was even a girl who insisted on, because we were doing the little cards that hang in the window. You know, kids were making art so we could hang them up here, which is great. And then one little girl took a white crayon and just was like coloring on the ground. I was like, that's not gonna work. And I looked, I was like, oh, it actually does. You can like rub a crayon on the ground and it will show up. So they're creative in ways that you know, we tend to get locked in our patterns, and you know, they have a freedom that is enviable.
Agreed.
Yeah, and then of course, then after Monday, 2-3 days later comes another Thursday, and so we've got another School's Out movie, and this one is Lego Batman, which is also, it's one of those, you know, some kid movies are just for kids, and I feel like this one is just like rapid fire jokes for adults, one after the other.
Excellent.
Yeah, so check that out, and then if you want to stay with a kind of action theme, that evening we have our cult classic, which is The Matrix.
Yes.
So, and that is the first of our fall series. Lucy has picked titles that are all films directed by women. So this is the first of that series.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So we're really looking forward to celebrating cult films that were, you know, directed by women.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see
the other titles.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Yeah. So stay tuned for those. We'll talk about them in months to come. And then the next School's Out series that we have coming is Mulan. So yeah, it's a different, you know, sort of a classic Disney. And then that same day actually is Art House Theater Day.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have participated in this in the past, and sometimes they've suggested titles, and other times you get to play whatever you want, but it's basically just a day like Record Day or Comic Book Day where you get to celebrate something that, you know, if we don't all pay attention to it and love it, then it might not be there. And so this year, actually, they have got exclusive content that we get to show The Terminator.
Cool.
I know, which is not a film that you would necessarily think of as being like an art house title, but actually it totally was a small budget film that almost didn't get made, and then it like spawned this huge franchise. But to begin with, it was very scrappy. So it's kind of cool that there's going to be some exclusive content with that, interviews and that sort of thing. So people should definitely, like, we thought this is a great, we were given a couple different titles and we thought, oh, this is like, it's going to be on a Thursday, which is usually when we do our cult classics. And so we thought this would fit right in with that. So
that's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys are doing something for that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a nationwide program, and so it's fun to participate in something that feels like all art house theaters are kind of doing the same thing on the same day. And then I'm breaking the rules a little bit by mentioning August 1st, but the next Thursday is another School's Out, and that one is TMNT Mutant Mayhem. So
I loved that one.
Yeah. I mean, the animation was really, really cool. And then as far as other titles that we hope to have coming, but we're not sure yet, we're looking at getting Twisters, which is one that we wouldn't normally do, but it's a remake, and so it feels like that might appeal to folks that saw the original one. We're also going to try and get a climate scientist to come in and talk about the science. Well, we'll see how much science is in the movie, but yeah. And Glenn Powell. So, you know, he's like a nice hunky dude in the summer to.
It's turning into a Glenn Powell summer, isn't it?
Kind of is, yeah. He seems to be becoming a big deal quickly. And then Janet Planet is another one that we hope to be bringing, and you know, we'll see. There'll be, I'm sure, there's lots of other things that are you know in the pipeline. I just don't know exactly when they're going to come out. So stay tuned.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Caitlin.
Thanks, Sheila.
And thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next month.